Okay, so it starts up just on a gameplay screen already. So this is my first time ever playing the game. All that I know about it is just that it's whatever, well received, fan favorite. I've seen ads for it. Some of them are actually pretty good and well produced. Like you always get that sort of trope, like, oh, Raid Shadow Legends has all these ads that you're constantly seeing. You're seeing references to it, so it becomes a meme. Whether it's good or not, you would assume there has to be something good about it, but maybe that's just what they want you to say. Like, how could there be so many ads and so many people supposedly playing it if it wasn't something good to it? We also get all this weird interface over it, so I don't know if that's some way to make more sense without like a touchscreen capability or whatever. And I'll probably end up doing some sort of permadeath format with it or something. But this is how you know you've fallen off or you've hit a rock bottom low, is that not only are you doing mobile games, streaming mobile games, playing them back-to-back days just incidentally, but that's almost the whole irony of what I do, is that Saturday I play something either I've never played before, so of course every mobile game in existence would be a candidate for that, or something that's about to go offline, right, which typically would be something I still haven't played either. So like yeah, Guns Up, that's why I tried that. So it ends up being like, it's not that I'm playing all these because I would like them or I'm predisposed to be this type of gamer, but it's actually the opposite because I've avoided stuff like this so much over the years. This is our new village. Life here would be perfect if it wasn't for, wow, what is this, another puny unit? And they could always voice act it, or they do have a little bit of her gasping and stuff. Oh no, goblins quickly set up a cannon to defend the village. Of course, it's going to push microtransactions in your face a ton, so that might even make it unplayable. Like, you can only build one structure per day or something stupid. And I hope it's not asynchronous in the same way that was. Guns Up. Place a cannon in the village. We must protect the town hall. If you can spend some gems to upgrade things, and you have to spend real-life money to probably get more. Goblins attack. So it is going to happen in real time, though, right? Or maybe it is turn-based, like you get to build something and then you just have to watch it happen. Dude, that was close. Thanks, Chief. The village is built on a ley line. The buildings will magically repair themselves, which presumably means there'll be some later that won't be like that. The wizards from Ivory Tower are here to help us. Let's take out the goblin camp. Tap multiple times in an empty area to deploy your troops. Multiple times in an empty area. Yeah, that's already showing us unit variety. More complicated than chess, am I right? Because you have more units to choose from and more space, and it happens in real time. That Polytopia thing is so hilarious. Everybody gets so mad because Elon Musk says, oh, it's more complicated than chess. Like, most games in existence probably are. That doesn't mean that it's bad or you shouldn't play it. Wow, night's going now. We need to get this village into fighting shape. Hiring a second builder will let you start 2 constructions simultaneously. That should be our hard mode condition, that we're not allowed to do that. Builder's hut. But who builds for the builders? Elixir is used to construct and upgrade buildings. You can pump elixir from underground. Yeah, let's show you all the kind of currencies that you can potentially use for this shit. I imagine this is the free-to-play currency. This is the pay-to-win currency, maybe. The green one looks all insidious. Let's build an elixir storage so we can stockpile the stuff. It's not letting me really choose where to put it for now, but I don't know how much this is going to have impact later. Is it going to be like you go into a match and you start building from scratch, or safe place to store gold reserves? Build a gold storage. You can stockpile more gold. That's a little presumptuous, don't you think? Like, we're already halfway depleted. I like the way this guy's character model looks. Gold, we goblins love gold. See, if we need an army to fight those goblins, let's build the barracks. Okay, fine. Finish now. That's gonna be the one that we're gonna run dry on, and we're not gonna be able to get any more. Train some troops. Okay, here we go. This is always the most fun part of these games, is just the variety of the units, and I'll like hard commit to a particular one just because I like them. Finish training. It should really show you. Oh, it does. That would always be my weakness in like Warcraft 3 or something, where I would sort of, I would overcommit to one unit, so then people would hard counter me. Like I would use only frost worms, or I would get to the point where I can do that, and then I would have only that. So then you're going to kind of be very vulnerable to certain type of counter units. Hold down. Oh, it wants you to just do all of them together. Well done, let's kick some green bud, which here you're not really doing anything. Or it's just going to be auto, you won't even get to see it. Or maybe you will. You can deploy multiple troops by holding down your finger. So the positions are clearly very strategic, of course. I didn't just randomly do that. So how big are these maps, really? Or I can't really seem to zoom out very comfortably. I don't know what's going on. Okay, whatever. That was a great battle. How shall we be known in our history? I thought I already did this. It is shown to other players. Oh, and one more question. What is your age? Let's do this. Why is that relevant? What, is going to moderate the chat so people can't swear when I'm beating them in an online match? With the gold we took from the goblins, we can afford to upgrade the town hall. Upgrade info. Why should you need to say that for a game like this, of all things? It's one thing if it's adult rated or something. I've set up some challenges for you to tackle. I just want to see what the core online multiplayer gameplay is like. Like, we go into a little match, we fight somebody, we get our ass beat because they're pay to win try hard, and then we feel encouraged to buy stuff ourselves. Like, I know how this whole business model works, dude. Like, I get it, but at least let me try that. That's what some games don't even let you do, because they'll do some super long tutorial or some dumb thing. Info, upgrade, magic items. Like, I don't like this whole aspect because I don't really care about any of this. I want it to be like an active thing, but it'll rely too much on what you've already built here. Already shown me that, although it didn't have too many pop-ups. Maybe the next time you open the game, it will. So how did I get this to work? Just so I remember, because it was giving me difficulty. Now I kind of forgot. I had to run it in like some sort of other weird way. You don't even have any other troops, but... Now, will it be fair if I... Town Hall 2, time to learn the fundamentals, Archer. Like, what if I don't learn any of this and I try to learn it actively by simply playing against, like, other people? Or it can't... Like, when do you find a match for 10 gold? Attack costs 3 hours. What does that mean? You can find a match at any time, but your shield will be shortened if you start an attack. If you have less attack your cost, your shield will be removed. If you have less than the attack cost, what does that mean? Less what? Whatever, that'll be a hard mode. We'll still do it. You need to train some troops first. So did those troops that I train only work for that one thing? I'm going to end up wasting all these resources and not going to be able to... You know, you should probably just do the tutorial. Right, I'll waste them all on these dinky guys and then we'll be screwed. And even here, it's going to make you wait X amount of time and you can pay money to speed it up. I'm not even saying that the game is necessarily going to be bad. It has like a good sense of art style and personality to it. It's just like you get bogged down by something weird. Like some of these tendencies are just odd. What, do I actually have to wait here to do it? Brew spells. Not only will you have to pay for your troops that way, like you get a mage, but then you'll get special overpowered spells for them that'll only last for like, let's say, one match or something. Deal with Town Hall level 7. You would think it would match you against somebody else who's just starting to play or something like that. It is still very high rated and seemingly very popular on like the Play Store and whatever. Not that I would know the difference, but it was even saying like, oh, it's the 11th anniversary of it. These machines unlock at Town Hall level 12. I assume I have to wait for this. If not, then I don't know, because I don't want to go in and then you'll only have like the one unit that you just made. So this is the kind of mechanic that doesn't need to be there. Like, what purpose could this possibly serve? It's not like the game is really so low spec that, oh, it would need to do this. It's some sort of antiquated thing. This is a fun mechanic. I guess you'd be doing something else at the time anyway, but... For now, if we win the battle, we should be able to keep them for the next one. So let's just see how this works. I assume this would be a multiplayer battle. Tap or hold to deploy troops. Battle starts in 25. Wait. I don't get it. We select a unit. Oh, you first do this. These are all like our villagers and stuff, right? I don't get it. Oh, we're just attacking this base, whatever it is. Now, whether that's somebody's actively playing against us, I don't think, right? I don't think you build actively. You just build before or whatever. You just have your base. So is it really going to be the same sort of asynchronous thing? But like they should all be focus firing that, but so in that logic, you should strategize and put them all there so they'll focus on that first. Because you don't want them hitting this necessarily. So now, was that another player's thing? I assume it is. But again, he's not there to actually... Battle ends in 2 minutes, 25 seconds. He's not there to actually defend himself, I don't think. That was the really fun thing about Guns Up. Like, imagine the same sort of gameplay, but it would occasionally give you, like, activatable things, like bombs and stuff. You would pick it up, and then you could choose where to use it, like a skill shot. That was actually a very cool way to mix up this sort of gameplay. There might be activatable things like that later. So we'll go until we lose, and then we have to delete our account. That could be the principle behind it. Single player, multiplayer, but I don't get it because... Like, am I getting something that then I could train my next unit and actually make progress here? Ah. Okay, whatever. Where was the unit thing again? Whoops. Okay, let's see. How did I do that again? Upgrade, rebuild. I don't really care about the base itself, right? Because... Challenges, rewards. Where are just the units again? I completely forgot. Or maybe we already have too many of them. Train troops. Yeah, how would you unlock this? Level 3 barracks required. So am I going to have to do this outside the context of... Let's just keep doing more of these, and maybe you'll just keep leveling up automatically. Tap or press to deploy. Now, the problem here is this looks like a much more advanced base, but you just have to look for the... Like, put them as close to the cannons, I guess, as possible. I don't know if that's going to be something of concern. Because I don't know how you really control them in such a way that... You know, you're making them attack that. If you get rid of that first, then you might be safe for the rest of the time. And some of these people's bases might be jacked out. So now, you would love to prioritize that, but you can't really make them do anything. So they'll just stand there and take it. The point is they'll never get there. So, like, they might almost destroy the whole base without that happening, but they'll never even attempt to do that. They're just morons. There was, like, some sort of target showing up, but maybe that was just when you first put them down. So you'll just lose to the brain-dead, bonehead AI of not being able to switch targets. Or maybe we still... I guess we still get credit for that, or... Like, who would really win this? Because I'm not going to destroy every structure, but I at least destroyed that. Maybe that was still a worthy way to play it. They had a couple archers, couple cannons. It really doesn't seem that overwhelming. You could certainly do that, like, I don't know, even with the shitty units. Like, none of these bases have been too impressive so far. I thought that we would be expecting to see some sort of pay-to-win type bullshit where they just have, like, super plasma beam cannons or something insane. So we're still level 1. I don't know if I'm getting much experience from this. Let's just keep doing it. Train troops first, okay. Or maybe I can just upgrade this directly. Upgrade to level 2. But again, how am I going to get too many more of these units anyway? 15 minutes. So at least we should be able to get the archer now, or it'll make me wait 15 minutes before... Fuck. Well, at least that's the good thing about playing these for the first time is they'll usually go easy on you on that in the first place. So you get to expend all the resources and then not really care about it because you might never play it again. So at least you got out of it what you wanted to. Now we want to make it level 3, which I can't do. So that didn't even really do anything for me. It's weird that you have to do this every fight, though. I don't get it. These gems are just going to kind of clown me because I'm going to run out and then I won't be able to do anything. Now I just have to wait here, like boost them with what? Even more of the same resources. I wonder what the exact cost ratio would be. But yeah, let's look at some of these units, I guess, just for the flavor of it. Giant level 1, damage per second 11, hit points 300, training time 30 seconds. Favorite target defenses. Oh, they have certain priorities too. So I would want to make one where their favorite target is the turrets. Ground, or like whatever's actually hitting you. That's just like common sense. The big guys may seem calm, but show them a turret or a cannon and you'll see their fury unleashed. Slow yet durable, these warriors are best. Yeah, their speed doesn't really matter because some of these bases are so small anyway. Walls, damage times 40. Housing space 2, movement speed 24. Nothing warms a wall breaker's cold and undead heart like blowing up walls. A squad of them will make way for your ground units, and they will do it with a bang. I do like the mages. Wizard, favorite target any, but that's kind of bad because then you don't know. You want them to prioritize something. Area splash, ground and air. We haven't really seen anything to do with air stuff yet. Housing space 4, or they would have at least been able to match and equalize with the archers there. Movement speed 16. The wizard's terrifying presence on the battlefield. Pair him up with some of his fellows and cast concentrated blast of destruction on anything, land or sky. Wait, where was the archer? I thought that was supposed to be one of the first ones you get. What is this? Healer. Kind of mechanic that's almost annoying and just out of place in these games. But 36 troop heal, hero heal 19. Hit points 500, training time 2 minutes. Oh, so fuck. What, for each one? Why is that even a mechanic, dude? Favorite target, any. Heal type, area splash. Yeah, imagine trying to play a game like this actively, like you're trying to just do it like a normal experience and get something out of it in a reasonable amount of time. You're supposed to play it in the background all day while you're at school or at work or on the bus or something. Targets, ground, housing space 14, movement speed 16. Majestic creature lives to protect and aid her fellow troops. And any army is improved with healing support, but make sure to protect her from air defenses. And 260 per second. P.E.K.K.A. Favorite target, any. Damage type, single target. Targets, ground, housing space 25, movement speed 16. Is P.E.K.K.A. a knight, a samurai, a robot? No one knows. The armor absorbs even the mightiest of blows. Yeah, this is somebody I've seen in one of the ads too. Hog Rider, 60 per second, 270 hit points. Like, there must be something good about these games. That's why they're popular in the first place. Despite them being mobile, despite them being microtransaction bait shit, despite any of those negative things, there must at least be some redeeming quality of it, right? Defenses, single target, ground, 525. Having tamed the fierce leaping hog, the Hog Rider punishes those who hide behind their puny walls. Fueled by dark elixir, these warriors have never known defeat. And it's still going. I could read all the flavor text in the whole goddamn game. 60 out of 60. What do these take up? They only take up 1 though, so I don't really get what the... Why is this taking so long? Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe I should just try to do it anyway. Now we'll go in without the full thing. Or no, it said 30, so I don't know what it was doing there. So try to put them in a place where they're going to, you know, be close to that. Although sometimes they still spread out in a undesirable way, or there might be some sort of meta that says, don't even put them all down at the same exact time. Like, those archers are going to clown me. What you like, none of these other buildings seem like a threat. It's not like they're spawning stuff. They're not really doing anything. So all you have to do is destroy the main base thing here, but they spread out way too much. Like, there's no point in doing this. You're just going to end up making yourself an easy target for that. So I wish you would have prioritized this instead. I don't know if there is a way to go here, like, to make them choose the target. We saw that little icon there. But isn't this what you have to destroy, though? So why did it say awesome? Yeah, you basically are just playing against AI or whatever. It's not even... It doesn't even have to be AI because it's all automatic anyway. But it's like... It's a case where it's not actually a player doing any of this. They did it originally, so I guess it's asynchronous. How is that still victory, though? That should be a loss because you didn't destroy the main thing. I don't even get it. What was the... Where was the archer at? I kind of wanted to see that, but I couldn't find it in the units. Trained troops. Oh, is it her? Archer level 1. So... Level 3, level 2 required. I thought I had level 2, though. Isn't that what I just did? Army camp level 2, or barracks is something else. Upgrade for 500. He's got to give other units a shot. So what, literally, what what is her preference and stuff? Damage per second 7, any target favorite. I don't like that, though, since you don't get to choose that, seemingly. Single target, ground and air. Housing space 1, movement speed 24. These sharpshooters like to keep their distance on the battlefield and in life. Nothing makes them happier than single-mindedly taking down their target. Goblin. Okay, well, we'll deal with that for now. What would we need to unlock some of the other ones, let's say? Be like barracks level 3, level 5. Like, there's no reason just not to keep doing that, but some of these resources you're not necessarily going to get anymore, or that's everybody's favorite mobile mechanic. You just keep clicking on stuff. Right, like it's automatic, except they try to make you feel involved with how automated it is, just like, oh, click the resource to pick it up. Says the guy who's played so much PvZ where you have to pick up the sun constantly. But I guess at least that's one good thing about the mini games, is you don't really have to do that. Does that mean I would have to use this, or I could do it here? But that's saying it's already full. So train a couple archers, as many as I can, I guess. I guess the main restriction isn't the resources that I'm using to make them, it's just the room for them in the first place. Now, do I actually have to wait for that to deploy them, I guess? Like, those 30 should be there anyway. Army has 30 of those, so I don't know if you have to keep doing that like every fight or what. Or like whichever one survives should save you the trouble then of not having to do that later. Siege machines, but yeah, so far it seems relatively uninteractive. There doesn't seem to be anything. I don't get it. I don't care about that aspect, but you're just dealing with these bases that people made, but it sort of gives you the illusion of interactivity there. Or I could do a permadeath first playthrough of the campaign and try to unlock all the units first so I have a handicap. Yeah, there's actually quite a bit there. But yeah, why would they let you do multiplayer before practice? It should be the opposite. This should be unlocked, but this should unlock at level 4 or something. That's one trend I don't really get. Like, forget about just mobile games, period, and bashing them. The whole asynchronous thing defeats the whole purpose. Like, it's got to be at least active. Even as much as like card games, somebody is actually sitting there and making the moves and doing whatever they're doing. So that's at least some form of interaction. I'm going to actually come out of this saying that Guns Up is a better game than this, surprisingly. There were... You cringe fuck. What? Is a better playing CoC. I mean, I have to at least try it. This is in the same vein of why I played PvZ Heroes. I'm trying all these random mobile games that I would have never played otherwise. It doesn't necessarily mean they're bad. So now this is full, and then millions of people couldn't be wrong, right? So this is how you have to see it. Next, I'll do Raid Shadow Legends or something. So now, why didn't that appear there, I wonder? What's going on? It says it's doing it, but... whatever, let's just do another one that is going to be uninteractive, asynchronous multiplayer trash. Wait, what? Oh, is that like you get to feel like, oh, that one's too difficult, so I'll just do this one instead. You got to do it in such a way that the cannons are your primary target. Do like 15 there, do like maybe 15 here, or it's going to be totally in the wrong spot. So that's like the only level of strategy or interactability that I can see here, is just that you would be able to, you know, where you first put them down. It doesn't seem like you can really do anything else here. Defeat -1. How is it defeat? Just because I skipped that one? That doesn't count. If you play Raid Shadow Legends, at least then we'll have an answer to why your dad left you. But it's also a very popular game because apparently millions of people play it, and they have such a crazy marketing budget. It's like, it's one of those amazing business practices. Like, they'll go at a loss and spend millions of dollars advertising the game to make it seem like, oh wow, it must be making money. And then people will play it just to check it out in reverse, right? They're not spending the money they're making. All for it's deployed. So I think I accidentally skipped a level. Achievement unlocked. And so we can keep upgrading this, but I can't seem to figure out why it's actually not letting me use these at all. 30 troops, but now what if I want to use both? That's the thing. Oh, you can only have 30 total, so I guess you could split them and say, is honestly the worst game I've played? Well, it does seem like just a meme for all the marketing and attention it gets. But even that game's on PC, so at least they have the right idea, unlike some of these. I actually thought this might be on PC. Now we only have archers. This is my whole card game philosophy. Speaking of card games, like, just do something super single-minded. Now they're going to be a little bit less tanky, so I might actually lose, right? They're not the kind of unit that you would want to just put out on its own. I tried it for like 2 hours and it was terrible. Wouldn't be surprised. But there is sort of a genre of just sort of like idle auto battler type of stuff, where the majority of the experience is you probably just sitting there watching stuff happen and not even doing anything yourself. You just like choose their gear or something weird. But these guys are such morons, these girls, that they would just sit there and get destroyed by those and never choose to attack them instead. Maybe that's my fault for the faulty positioning, but it doesn't seem like it's very easy to lose. It's not like you have to destroy every structure. They could kill your whole army, but because you destroyed your base, you're still happy about it. Overall damage 58%, and now you'll get 100% because nothing else fights back. Or I guess I spoke too soon because there's still that one stupid cannon. You gotta sit here for like an hour and wait for this shit. Press Alt F4 to speed the game up. Yeah, that'll be right when we're fighting the final boss. But there must be some other mode that you can do that's gonna let me actually play against another person in a more active way. Like if they attack my base and I happen to be online, I can choose to defend it manually, but there doesn't seem to be much you can do manually anyway. And I don't know what all these buttons are either. Now we're not actually going to 100% kill the base. Okay, that's still a win. That's fine. I mean, is this really all the game is going to be, though? It feels like we're missing a game mode somewhere. I kept saying the same thing with Marvel Snap. Like, surely it couldn't just be 6 turns only. They would never do that. Or how do we unlock ranked mode? Trophies 93. We're undefeated so far. Let's just keep trying all the different units. That could be a fun thing to try out. Still objectively more complicated than chess, am I right? Trigger everybody else again on the fucking Elon Musk's thing. So maybe we should mix them together a bit. But I almost do want to go single-minded because it is working for me. Wait, but you're only doing 1. What does that mean? 6 out of 30. Or no, you gotta like hold it down. It seems to let you make more than you can really have in there, so it'll kind of stop. The problem with these is you'll have so few, so I don't know if that's gonna really be worth it. You have 1 archer only. I don't get it. How do you like remove something? He's still there. Like, why would you only want 1 of them? Even if we have 5 of these guys, and of course they make you wait for this shit. This is the dumbest part about the game. You would have to pay money to speed this up, but like, why does it even matter? Because you're doing it just to sit there and watch anyway. Sit there and wait for your units to be trained, so you can sit there and watch your units do work. So like, when does the game start? At least if you could like move them around or control something during the course of the game itself, that would be fine. Just play an RTS game then instead, I guess. That could be our permadeath Among Us, yeah. I did do like a little permadeath thing with that where I played it until I lost with the imposter, which didn't take too long. That's the most fun thing to try ever, permadeath multiplayer games. You could make a bit of an RP thing out of it because of how people try to lie and talk their way out of stuff. But I kind of hated what happened with it with streamers. Like, the game had been out since 2018, and nobody was playing it, nobody had heard of it, nobody cared about it. And then around 2020, I think it was, everybody started streaming it, so now it became a big deal. Like, they didn't update the game or nothing changed about it, but just because of that hype alone, it suddenly became a big deal. And, I always like Town of Salem a bit more because you get kind of bogged down by the tasks. Like, you know, like who really wants to throw the leaves out or do whatever? That stuff is so stupid. Like, at least Town of Salem is like, you do whatever your class's role is, whether it be good or bad, like you kill somebody, but it's focused more on the interaction and just, you know, figuring out who's who. I don't think I've really streamed Town of Salem much. I think I did it maybe a couple times back in the day, but that is a really good game. Okay, so we'd have 5 giants and 1 archer, so I don't know how to actually change that. 26 out of 30. Does that mean that I can... I don't get what it's doing here. Like, they're not going here, so they just won't fit, I guess. 4, so maybe those 4 will work. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing there. So we'll just do archers and giants only, because we can only fit, I guess, so many giants. It lets you like sort of overcraft. If I run out of resources, I'll stop, or if I unlock every unit, I'll stop, or if I lose a game, I'll stop, which that one doesn't count because I kind of skipped over it. But yeah, I don't know how you get it to like choose that automatically. Like, I have the options in there, but there should be a way to do it almost like it's a poll. We have 5 and 5, but that's only because these guys take up so much space, I guess. Your birthday yesterday? Oh, nice. Happy birthday. Do anything fun? 10 hours. So yeah, now it's going to penalize me with the shield thing somehow. So just put them as close to the turrets as possible, or the archers. So like... put a couple there, put a couple here. You gotta give them some archer support. The problem is they're just gonna like focus fire stuff. I got a laptop that can actually run shit. Wow, what a surprise. Nice. They are tanky, but I do get kind of worried. It's kind of easy to focus fire them. This would be fun if it was actually like a AAA proper PC title. I'm sure there's plenty of anyway, but make it just like an RTS game with the same fantasy there's this one Lord of the Rings RTS game that people say is so good from like 2004 or something. I'm kind of disappointed that defeat -2. Oh no, that's only if I lose. So that wasn't telling me that I lost the last one. Yeah, now they have nothing even attacking you, so this just becomes a waste of time. Where it's like you're trying to speed run through and see how quickly you can destroy their base. Have you ever played Undertale Deltarune? No, I haven't. There's so many games actually that I deliberately didn't play because I was almost saving them. Not even just like to do on stream, but just in general. I don't like to play stuff right when it comes out, and then I kind of forget about it. But you kind of want to build anticipation. Or that's actually one of my problems, is that I would play a game through like 75%, and then I would just stop and never come back to it, like Hollow Knight. It's almost like I don't want it to end, or I don't know. I just do stuff like really slowly. I've never beaten as many games as since I came back to streaming in 2021, because it makes me feel like I kind of have to if I'm doing it as part of like a proper series. So like Spirit of Justice, I always do that with those kind of games, like story games or detective games. Like I'll do a first couple cases and then I'll just stop for a long time. You kind of have to play it. The game is so good. Psychopath, if you don't cry at least once during one of the 3-man endings. Yeah, I'll definitely try it at some point. Let's see. Keep doing the same thing. Keep upgrading the barracks, I guess, which I can't even do. Or I don't even feel like I have enough capacity. What am I supposed to do with that? Your max capacity is 4,000, but you have to do this. Now, how would you get more? Buy the missing 16. I would, but you can't. Build or upgrade existing elixir storages. So where is that? Is it this? Upgrade, like use one form of currency to be able to buy another form of currency to be able to have room for another kind of currency. Like, we get the point that these imaginary currencies are part of the business model. I do very much understand that. So here we're not really going to be able to do anything. Like, how does this make sense? Like, how many of these can I have? It costs 5 things, so you could have only these. Right, so what is the problem? You have 6 of those. Wait. Why does it say 60 here, though? It says 30 here and 60 here. You can have that like in reserve. This will join when you're has free space. Okay, just keep going. Let's see. This guy's base looks a little more elaborate. But just trying to do one next to the cannons, or this will attack the archers first. Like, do you really think these guys can pull it on their own? Like, you're putting them in such a... I don't know that the cannons really do splash damage, but they certainly... You're making yourself kind of an easy target here. You could maybe spread out and attack from different ways. Or I guess now the walls are becoming more of a factor than I realized. But of course, the one thing that they're too stupid to ever do is to focus fire the same thing. I think you could still do it, though. Like, this almost seems too easy. Just with Oh yeah, perfect. Split damage like that. So stupid. You might actually not be able to do it now. But even if like only one survives, if you had all focus fired at the same one, it would have been dead. I guess it kind of works because all these different ones are tanking. Now, as long as there's nothing else to attack me, like what good are any of these structures in the course of combat? They're not doing anything for you. Oh, that's at least cutting it close, but that guy clutches it. And now they'll decide to destroy everything besides the house. Yeah, I don't know how you, or no, we have to keep upgrading the stupid elixir storage. That'll at least be a good way to showcase every different unit in the game. So these ones are pretty fun and tanky. I'm not really a fan of having so few of them, though. It does feel like certain things would counteract that, like some sort of AoE explosion, or the fact that I keep putting everything in the same place. It's kind of letting me get away with playing a very face roll. Just like, use only one unit. I have a stroke. You use only one unit, you put them all in the same place. You just kind of rely on them brute forcing it. Come on, destroy the stupid house. I think we'll still get credit as a victory, but they're going to take an hour. Or this almost makes them seem kind of weak, but I guess you normally don't have this few of the units out there. They'll destroy everything besides that goddamn thing. But yeah, I don't know if they ever even made the sequel to that, Hollow Knight. It was supposed to be named after that chick, Hornet or whatever. Or no, I forget what it was supposed to be called. But it was supposed to be based around her at least. Number 1 victory royale. Fun and interactive. Hurt bite, we about to get down, get down. I wonder if this will actually count as a loss, because I think for the most part I've destroyed the main structure before. But why they would prioritize to do this is beyond me. Tapping out your resources that you get in such a contrived way in the first place. 10 kills on the board right now, just wiped out Tomato Town. My friend just got down. Okay, hurry up, dude. Now, this is the first time we've had to wait the whole time, because either all our units die, but we still get the victory, or that's actually a defeat. Okay, just because they're too stupid to even attack that. I guess we have to stop playing then. Permadeath session over. Or like we could do the single player or something now. Not that that was any different than what we were doing. So let's do this until I lose then. But how does it work? Because tap and press a hold to deploy troops. So it'll be with the same setup of stuff, I guess. So now, will you be able to do it without doing it with the cannon? Because I guess I can't do much otherwise. I revived him now. We're heading southbound and we're in a Pleasant Park streets. Look at the Nart, go to the marked sheath. I don't know what any of that means. Perfect. 100% damage against the AI controlled thing. Does that mean that I want to keep using the same thing, or I'll have to keep doing it every time? So I can't even upgrade anything, or I have to wait for that. Let's try to use the next unit. This will be done. Like, all these kind of timers and stuff really turn me off of it, too. Even if you did like it and you wanted this to be something you make a whole big series out of, it's just very... that's the one thing. I almost don't even mind the whole microtransaction model as much with card games, because what that means is you'd basically be in a position where... you know, you can still just earn all the cards and stuff. It doesn't do anything as annoying as this, where it just takes forever. The main problem, I guess, is just daily quest. Take me to your Xbox to play Fortnite today. We can go to Moisty Moor, but not Loot Lake. I hold Riki love to chig jug with you. This must be some kind of fan-made song. Okay, I could buy that, but that feels like cheating. But then again, it's with my resources that I start with anyway. So the joke's on them. Like, oh, it'd take an hour to do that? Are you kidding me? This is totally the thing you're supposed to just play like you're a soccer mom in the car. And I said that about PvZ too. Waiting for your kid to come in, whatever, finish their game. And you're just bored out of your mind, so you're just doing some casual, quicker nonsense. I mean, our gems are getting low, and I don't know how you actually get more of those. We've gotten more of everything else. There must be some other... very rare way of getting them, or like doing it like this. Keep your account safe, upgrade Town Hall to level 3, Unlock the archer. Wait, why? Oh, it must just be unlock something else, something else. But you know what I'm afraid is actually going to go offline before I ever do a series on it is Destiny. Speaking of the Xbox, the first Destiny at least. Everybody seems to love Destiny 2, but everybody shat on the part 1. So how did they even justify making a part 2? Like with Anthem, was considered just a disappointment. You can be pro Fortbyte gamers. I assume Fortnite. Hey broski, got some heals and a shield pot. I need healing and I'm only at 1 ho. Hey dude, sorry, got nothing at the safari. Rebuild that. Clan castle. What was I even trying to do? I was trying to make the other units. Finish training. How many of these do I want? Or just whatever is going to be the amount that you can have. 29. So these only cost like 1 space each. Which means they're not going to be very strong, but we've been getting away with it pretty well. Or no, wait, I'm not even trying to do this. I was trying to do the campaign anyway. Because yeah, I failed to non-interactive multiplayer. Wait, what did I even do? I must have done that, right? Payback, Goblin Forest. Why is it just letting me skip ahead anyway? Or wait, that's not even fair. That doesn't even count. I'm trying to escape out like that. Wait, this one doesn't count. I got one coin gamer to sing Chug Jug with you. I wouldn't really count that as singing it, but I was kind of just reading it. I have no idea what it is. Chug Jug with you, the Fortbyte song. It's like when Ben Shapiro sings through WAP by Nicki Minaj or whatever, and everybody finds it so hilarious because he's analyzing it like in a medical sense, or he's taking it like so seriously. What? Chug Jug with you is a Fortnite song that's a meme because how cringe it is. Like that Fortnite song, right? I don't want to be Mercy. Everybody hated that. What was I even doing? I'm going to train the rest of these. We can just finish it off. I'm almost sabotaging my own gems for this purpose. Now it's going to be some goblin versus goblin action for this. Just, I don't know if this is the one we just did. Why would it let you have all these to do anyway? Like, it's not forcing you to go in order. I hear you goblins like bombs. A little line from my WoW Classic thing where I was just, you know, because I'm an engineer, so I'm blowing up all their shit. But then as soon as I say that, they kill my pet, so I guess it didn't go so well. I hear you hunters like pets, like meat. So we'll give some back to you. Or I hear you don't like, available loot, what's happening? Oh, it wants me to train. I don't like having to do this between every single one, too. This is a way to make you spend your resources. Get rid of all that. Finish the training. Go like this. I mean, it's not, like, bad. It just doesn't really feel very interactive. One Crying Gamer is a boomer confirmed. I'm kind of in between. I wouldn't say I'm quite a boomer, but I'm definitely not a zoomer either. The millions of people play this game apparently every day and spend real life money on it. You just have to realize that there's something about it that I must be missing. Is that going to unlock the next thing? Yeah, I guess we'll just go through the campaign then. There's nothing else to do because I already failed the multiplayer to whatever extent that's worth. Level 5, level 6, so how would I even make that? I would need 20,000, which I also don't even have the room for. Like, oh wow, that would take forever. I guess I'll just let the goblins beat the goblins until they lose. I'm actually surprised. Some of these games I sort of make fun of, but then they end up being better maybe than what I expect. But in this case, it's just kind of like, there must be something I'm missing. It's just sort of very straightforward. I don't know. So here we want to go to the one that's going to be the cannon, but that's actually problematic too because there is that wall in between. Or wait, why are they all so low on health that quickly? Or they just go straight for the base. I should read all their tendencies and stuff, all their flavor text. They're very aggressive and fast. almost sort of my style. You wouldn't kill one of your own kind, would you? And then they just go massacre them. %, perfect. I don't know how many times I got that in one of the multiplayer matches, but people just build their bases like degenerates, probably spending like, imagine spending real money on this. I just have to question your life priorities. I don't get it. It wouldn't even be satisfying. That's the whole thing that I always tie it together. Like, the whole point of stuff that I find enjoyable is often you want to make a sense of progression and feel like you're working towards something. So that kind of removes the whole point of that. So here you'll just be able to destroy the cannon, but meanwhile they just ignore it. Oh, this is like a typical tower defense type of level where you're just, you know, ignoring the towers. And that clearly couldn't go badly for you, which we still win. I don't think you have to destroy every single thing, but they actually do better than I would have thought, but they're kind of clowns with avoiding the cannons. Now you'll never be able to do it. Now they'll come all the way back out just... Fuck. Yeah, let's actually read what their tendency is, because I do love that. Oh, wow. If you still manage to do it, I'd be impressed, but you won't. $67. Why not $69? So, what was I looking at? Trained troops. Let's see. 11 damage per second. Hit points. Training time 7 seconds. Favorite target resources. Damage times 2. Damage type single target. Targets ground. Housing space 1. Movement speed 32. These pesky little creatures only have eyes for one thing: loot. They're faster than a spring trap, and their hunger for resources is limitless. They probably shouldn't build it this way where you're kind of just, you know, tunnel visioning or doing only one thing as a hard commit, but let's just do it. It's not like I have that many more units to choose from anyway. Go here. Cannonball run. One of these we're actually going to end up losing, or you'd have to approach it with some sort of strategic mindset. But, like, for example, here you won't be able to do anything because the walls are going to get you killed, basically. You'll still be able to take out the base. This is such a Zerg kind of playstyle. Yeah, they seem to have trouble with dealing with the cannons, or rather, they just don't want to deal with them. Balls itch. You should get that looked at. Or it could be a side effect of either playing or watching this game being played, which I maybe couldn't blame you. Okay, we'll do it again because I don't have anything else I can do. Yeah, the waiting part is actually horrible. Even in all these mobile games I have tried to do. Wait, I thought I just spent that to do it. None of them have really made me do that. The worst you could come close is just doing daily quests, which sort of feel like that, but not like I have to get 3 stars. Just do them, period. Select a unit, so we haven't really been able to flesh out the variety. Right, keep putting them there with the intention that it'll hit the cannon first, but it didn't actually matter. At least they have the priority to go for the big base first, so it seems unlikely that they would... You know, you can't lose. It's impossible. You just literally face roll it. I'm just too good, of course. 2 smoking barrels. I'd rather play Warcraft Reforged. That tells you something right there, huh? I'm actually kind of surprised. It has a certain amount of flavor and personality, but I almost thought it would be better or somehow more interactive than this. I feel like if you're going to stream the game, you should be streaming another game too while waiting. Yeah, it's kind of suitable for that. That's how some people would play WoW and stuff, just like in the background. Asmongold will be watching videos and stuff. It's like, why even bother doing it then, though? Or like, somehow I like the idea of chess being suited for that. If you were really good, at least, you can kind of multitask and just do that, but... That one episode where I did like chess and Hearthstone together. 2 sort of non-fully interactive games. Or like where you can always take time between the turns. So now they got baited by the gold. Their lust for loot is going to get them killed. He's bouncing off my cheeks. I love the way he Can hardly breathe when he's deep inside. Okay, dude. I'm not gonna read that. I don't even think the highlight message is one of mine. That's just the default setting, right? I forget what else I even added. I had that thing for debate topics, but people would just kind of troll, or I haven't even had much desire to do them. Like, the whole environment of Twitch sort of changed, or just streaming. Something happened where it's just like, did it change or did I? Like, where it's harder to have like a serious format like that, I guess, as much anymore. Even people like Destiny, sort of Hassan and stuff, they sort of either fall off or they start to just bait for drama and stuff. Nothing's like really taken seriously anymore. God, you need help. We can destroy the stupid cannon here, but they actually won't do it. This is such a Zurg face roll type of thing. Are we gonna finally lose one? Oh shit, that was because it was a bunch of AoE damage. So let's see if there's another mode I can do. Otherwise, maybe we could do a mobile game fiesta. What's another one that would work here? But let me actually see, how did I even get this to work? Now I forgot. I did do something weird. Use giants. Well, I guess I'm dead though, because I was doing it like as a permanent thing. Yeah, that probably would have been better for that one. So the point is, there is no actual active multiplayer that I could find in this game, which is a little bit weird. You just waste another 100 points to do the same thing. Although I guess there's not much else to do with them. What else do we have on here? We have cross duel, we have heroes. And decided to send it again. Yeah, that's what people would sort of troll and spam on TTS, where they have the voice to text to speech and they'll keep doing the same annoying things over and over. But then you're still paying the streamer money, so I guess it's worth it. And you're giving them content, because chat will be so readily amused by that, clearly. Yeah, maybe I'll turn it, since I was so anticlimactic, maybe I'll look for another. What is another top mobile game I haven't done? I'll do like maybe one more then. That was actually very surprising. There must be something more I'm missing to it. Because even if you take away all the mobile aspects or the microtransaction aspects, like, what is the meat of the experience? I don't even get it. There's just something missing to it. Best mobile games of all time. But some of them are going to be like single player stuff anyway. Or a lot of them will be on PC anyway. So why would you even bother? Clash Royale. Oh boy. Oh boy, should we do it? Is that even, I assume it's affiliated with it. Fuck me. Let's see if this one works. At least that'll be a good 2 for 1, since that didn't really have much staying power. That's even one instance where I won't blame, like, oh, I'll play until I lose something. Normally, like, if I just suck or something, it'll be over so fast. But there wasn't really much, you know, just like trying all the units could be fun, but I don't see what the staying power with it is.